Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Real Talk Sports Show. I'm your host, Minister Jonathan Simmons, and we're thankful for all those of you who decided to join us here on the broadcast this evening. We appreciate each and every one of you for doing so. We are in the building. We're here just outside of the city of Atlanta, Georgia, broadcasting to you live on multiple platforms. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're also on Twitch, and we're also on Roku via the Phoenix Entertainment channel. So if you guys are tuned into any of those, we appreciate you. We also appreciate those of you who watch us on the replay. Thank you, and thank you for doing so. Like I said again, it is you guys do it for us. I mean, without you guys doing it, we would not be here on the air. So we appreciate you for tuning in and for joining us. We got lots of things that are looking to happen here as we go forward into football season. I can't believe football season is here. High school football, the first big week, at least for us here in Clayton County, comes up this week. Several teams have already had scrimmage games already, but the games really kick off this weekend. That's right, this weekend, as you have two classics that are coming to Clayton County. The first one is going to be a Jonesboro against North Clayton. They're going to be playing what they call the FCA Gridiron Classic as that returns to Clayton County. We're excited about that, and good Lord willing, we'll be a part of that broadcast and bringing you information from that. And also, they're having the Inner City Classic right up the road. I shouldn't say up the road, right on the other side of Clayton County, at the brand new spanking Morrow High School. Well, actually, a couple of years old now, but they have a phenomenal facility there. 4 games. It's almost like for those of you living in Metro Atlanta, kind of like the South Side version of the Corky Kell Classic. So these teams will be out there. You're going to have some great teams from Douglas County. I think also you're going to have a great matchup between Westlake and I think Langston Hughes is playing. So you're going to have a lot of great teams playing in this opening weekend of high school football here in on the South Side. So if you can, please, the kids need your support. So come on out and join them. Support the kids. Get your tickets. You can Google it online. Again, the first event is Friday night, 7:30 p.m. at Southern Crescent Stadium, which is right next to Southern Crescent Hospital, is right behind it. And that game starts at 7:30. You can go in and get tickets for that game. And like I said again, the young people would definitely love to have you out there in the middle of it. And it should be hopefully temperate temperatures. Hopefully, won't have any rain as well. But yeah, we'd love to have you guys come on out and support us. And of course, on Saturday, you got all day football all day with some great teams, some great matchups. So anytime you can come out and check them out, the teams would certainly appreciate you doing so. So please, man, please, sir, be advised to do what we need to do. I'm going to go in just a second to get some recaps of some of the games that played last week. We'll get some scores for you, and then we'll get into the broadcast. We're waiting for our man, Rob McKenzie. He does coverage here for Georgia Tech, GoJackets.com. Hopefully, he'll be joining us in just a few minutes to be a part of the broadcast. And like I said again, if not, then no, he will be. He'll be on here in just a few moments. So we thank you again for being patient with us as we wait for him to come on and join us. What we're also going to do is we've invited North Clayton High School to come. Not sure how busy their schedule is. These guys are practicing right now. We did invite them to come out. Hopefully and prayerfully, they'll be able to join us here on the broadcast. But like I say again, if not, then we will certainly look to have them on with us at another time at another juncture. While we're waiting for them, I'm going to see if I can get my screen share to work. We were at the kickoff dinner for the Inner City Classic. We will do a couple of interviews there, and one of them with Pastor Smith, who's very involved. Like I said again, we're going to try to see if we can get that to play for us here on our screen right now as we speak. Hopefully and prayerfully it will work properly. Sometime our screen share works, and sometimes it don't. So we're going to see if it works for us here as we attempt to do so. Just hang tight with us. We're going to try to get this done for us. And we're going to get our man Rod to join us. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and get him straight and get him situated. And while we do that, we're going to take a little break, a sponsor break. We're going to listen to a little bit from our title sponsor, Allen Vigil Ford in Lincoln. They're located right here in Morrow, Georgia, and they actually are our employer. So let's hear a little bit from Allen Vigil Ford.
Looking for a vehicle? Come to Allen Vigil Ford Lincoln in Morrow, Georgia. We're a family-owned dealership that's been serving the Atlanta area for over 40 years, offering an unbeatable selection of new Fords, Lincolns, and pre-owned vehicles. Enjoy our exceptional customer service and great financing options tailored just for you. Visit us at 6790 Mount Zion Boulevard in Morrow, Georgia, located just 20 minutes from downtown Atlanta. Call us at 678-364-3979 or visit online at allenvigilford.net.
Did you know that Allen Vigil Ford in Morrow, Georgia also has Lincoln? Over 35 years of using the Vigil Touch to provide excellent customer service, works hand in hand with the Lincoln Motor Company to provide a luxurious and seamless way to acquire your next luxury vehicle. Lincoln has an array of full-service complimentary owner benefits. These benefits include hospitality partnerships, service pickup and delivery, all which can be accessed through the Lincoln Way app. You can even contact the 24/7 concierge to have someone assist you. Come and see our great inventory of new and pre-owned Lincolns today. Call 678-364-7345 to make an appointment with one of our brand champions or shop 24/7 online at allenvigillincoln.net. What you saw there was a quick pop-up there of high school, some of the best bands in Georgia. The high school's bands do it up big, and that was just a little bit of what we get when we come out to high school football. Well, listen, guys, we're not going to belabor the point. We have one of our favorite guests that's going to join us in just a moment. He covers everything Georgia Tech. He has a wonderful website called goldjackets.com. Rob McKenzie, we can see him kind of back in the green room. He will join us in just a second. And, of course, to bring him on, we're going to do a little bit from a Georgia Tech celebration after a big touchdown, a big game last year. That was a little bit of the Yellow Jackets celebration. Like I said, they really have an outstanding team. Coach Brent Key has brought his former offensive lineman energy to the Jackets, and they have played outstanding football over the last couple of years since he has been at the helm. And we look forward to more great stuff coming from Coach Brent Key as we move on into this season. They have a big game coming up right off the rip where they're going to be playing the Buffaloes of Colorado rematch. They went out to Colorado last year and knocked off the Buffaloes, headed by, of course, Coach Primetime Deion Sanders is the head coach out there. He's trying to regain his footing. He came out to shoot like a rocket, got his team to be one of the most talked about college football teams in the nation. They've kind of tapered off a little bit because the expectations are for this team, for his team to be really a top quality team, a team that consistently is in bowl games and competes for national championships. Unfortunately, now that his son Shadur Sanders is gone, his other son Shiloh Sanders is gone, and of course Travis Hunter, the all-world two-way player, gone. It's been a struggle for Colorado to get back into the mix of being one of the best teams in the country. So they're going to be finding out right away kind of where they stand and also where Georgia Tech stands. And Georgia Tech will be hosting him right here on the flats in Midtown Atlanta. If you've never been to a Georgia Tech game, now everybody here is big on the SEC with Georgia and Alabama and all the teams that make up in the SEC. But if you have never been to a Georgia Tech game, I'm going to tell you, you need to go, especially if you can get tickets to a Thursday night game. I mean, that game is televised by ESPN. The reason why is there's nothing like being in the flats on a crisp or sometimes warm fall evening. You have the backdrop of Midtown Atlanta right behind the legendary Bobby Dodd Stadium. So, again, if you get a chance to get to a game, please, man, please, sir, check out Georgia Tech and see what they do and how they do it down there at the flats right in Midtown Atlanta. Well, while we're waiting for Rod to get set here, we'll bring him on to the next segment. We're going to try to get our screen to share, and hopefully we'll be able to do this. Basically, this was us at the kickoff dinner for the Gridiron Classic, which is being sponsored by the FCA of Clayton County and Spalding County. Let's see if we can get this to work for us here. Let's take a peek, boys and girls, if we can do it. Hopefully we'll be able to do it here. I'm gonna try to share the screen here if we can. And we're gonna go here. Bingo. And we're going to press play first. And here we go.
The FCA Gridiron Classic. It is back. And this gentleman stands next to me. Now, you guys know I'm a preacher, but this is a real preacher. He's going to introduce himself to you right now.
Mel Smith, servant leader in the community. I'm just great to be here with North Clayton High School as well as Jonesboro High School, looking to see what God is going to do through our coaches and our players on and off the field. 2026.
Amen. Hey, listen, what does it mean, though, to have this FCA Gridiron Classic back? You know, kind of take a sabbatical for a little while, but now it's back, full strength.
I'm glad that it's back. Foundationally, God is the center and the focus of everything we do. We're teaching these young men life skills, but the principles and precepts of God. So I love the fact that we can uplift God, uplift our players, and uplift our coaches. I pray that it will be something that will continue for generations to come.
You heard it right here first. Our brother, Melvin Smith, in the building. And listen, how can people follow you and follow your ministry on social media?
Well, if they go to crossculture365.org, they can learn more about our ministry. But in essence, if they just want to connect, I just pray that they'll ask God to lead them to our next community engagement project, Community Love.
There you go, guys. We're on the scene here at the FCA Gridiron Classic. It's back in Clayton County.
Glad about it.
Yeah, I said those our good buddy Melvin Smith. I first met him when I was going to attending services here at Higher Living Christian Church. He was one of the associate ministers there, and he moved on. And we also, I saw him quite a bit at the other church that he was a member of for many years, which was the House of Hope in Atlanta, which is pastored by E. Dewey Smith. A lot of people are familiar with Dr. Smith. He has now become a multiple time, not Grammy, but multiple time, Stellar Award, which are the gospel version of the Grammy, Stellar Award nominee. And he also is, for people who don't know, he's also the chaplain for the Colorado Buffaloes. And of course, that is led by Coach Deion Sanders. I will get you a little bit more from that event as we hopefully be able to get in here and take a look at what is going on here. We did some other interviews at the event. We'll try to get some more for you here. Just hang on a second as we go here and also take a listen to Coach Cap Burnett. Like you say, Coach Burnett, we thought we were going to have him with us tonight, but that's okay because we have the interview. This is Coach Cap Burnett, head coach for football at North Clayton High School. Here we go.
Everybody, more here from the FCA Gridiron Classic. That's right, something that has been laying dormant for a couple of years is now back. We have a new rivalry here, North Clayton against Jonesboro, and we have the head coach. He's going to introduce himself to you right now.
How you doing? Head football coach at North Clayton High School, Cap Burnett IV.
Hey, Coach Cap, what does it mean now? Just kind of like a new thing. I know you guys played Jonesboro before, but now like you're going to be official rivals now. What's that mean for you?
I mean, it's a little deeper than that. I mean, me and Coach Floyd have history. We've been together since 2003. So it's more than a rival, you know, it's more than just a game. You know, it's more of a family rival, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people say mentor, mentee, but it's more a big brother and little brother.
Well, there you go. Another thing that's really big is that the fact that this is really a faith-based thing, Fellowship of Christian Athletes doing this. What does that mean to, because I know you guys do a lot with the kids in the community and talk about their faith and the relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ. What does it mean to kind of have a game now centered around that?
Mean everything to me. Coach Floyd introduced, I remember when I came back, you know, FCA was a big part of the program. And, you know, when I first got back, I was like, Coach, what's going on, man? Let's go on and get going, get thumping, you know. But when I sat in there and really understood what it was doing for the young men, when I got the job at North Clayton, I want to start practice without getting that in place first. So this means everything to our community and as well as the Jonesboro community.
Well, guys, you know, it makes a preacher happy. Listen, Coach Cap, we appreciate you, man. Now, did I hear that I hear like one of your relatives might be doing some speaking tonight? Is that true?
Yeah, he just so happened had another event come up that he was already booked for. So we end up one of my other guys coming up. So, you know, to be able to hear Sunday out of Anderson, and that's just the way we do it at North Clayton, man. We're able to call on our guys, and they show up for us. So we're grateful for that.
Amen. Great stuff. Like the Lord said in the scripture, you got to have a ram in the bush sometimes.
That's right.
Listen to Coach Cap, man. We appreciate you. How can people follow the school and even follow you on social media?
It's at NCHS FB. That's our football page. and that's on our Instagram and Twitter.
Coach Cap Burnett, North Clayton High School, Jonesboro, in a game that means more than just a game. FCA Gridiron Classic, and we're in the building.
So,
appreciate you, brother, as always, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That was Coach Cap Burnett. Again, we interviewed him at the kickoff dinner for the FCA Gridiron Classic. Again, the Gridiron Classic is coming back to Clayton County. They're going to be doing some great stuff. And like I said, man, it's just good to be a part of that. We are looking to also bring on sports talk reporters at the high school level. So I'm going to also play a clip from that same event. It was our first intern. Let's see if we can get her on the screen. She's a young lady. She's actually a student athlete herself at Jonesboro High School. It's the lovely Miss Jemiah Banks. So we hope to get her as well, as we can hopefully go ahead and bring her on the screen, let you guys get a little listen to how well she performed. And keep in mind, guys, this is her first time out doing this. So this Miss Jemiah Banks, let's get a clip of one of her interviews that she did. Actually, we just going to get a little tiny clip of her because this is stuff that I kind of snuck while she was kind of doing her thing. So let's see if we can kind of get a quick listen to Miss Jemiah Banks. And we're going to encourage you, if you can do it, if you have a young person that wants to get involved in sports talk radio, they have a media expertise, they want to be more involved in media, I'm just going to encourage you now to please, ma'am, please, sir, give me a call. We're more than happy to get your young people on. And so now we're going to get a quick listen to Miss Jemiah. Again, we're going to have a little background noise because this was me kind of, filming her from afar. But here we go. Miss Jemiah Banks interviewing the head coach from Jonesboro High School, Mr. Timothy Floyd.
We got a the coaching staff got a long history with each other. They got a very good football team. We think we got a very good football team. So they're super excited about it.
Yes, that's great. That's amazing. How do you feel about the new team this season?
The new team having new players step into new positions, leadership positions, playmaker positions. So I'm just kind of excited to see what they'll do on Friday night.
And how do you feel about the renewal of the FCA Gridiron World Classic?
Well, I'm super excited about that. It's going to be a good football game. There's going to be some really good activities going on tonight, and it just go way deeper than on the football field, which I'm super excited about.
Well, there you go, guys. Here you hear from the head coach of Jonesboro High School.
And our goal really this year is, I was talking to another head coach from the Henry County area. Our goal this year is really, we'd like to have as many student reporters as possible, one from each school for first Clayton County and then hopefully Henry County as well. So we really want to have your young people get involved. And we just are very thankful for those of you watching. And speaking of watching, Bernard Benjamin says, awesome. He said, glad high school football is back. I think, Benjamin, that comment is shared with everyone because people really are involved and they really love high school football. They love football, period. But we want to be in a situation where we are really spotlighting the young people here south of I-20. A lot of times they don't get much coverage in the regular news. So we want to do whatever we can to support them. And the other thing I want to encourage you, if you, in fact, first time on our station, first time watching, well, how they always tell you, subscribe, and subscribe. Please, we need you. You can follow us anywhere on social media. You see it up there on the pegboard there. You can follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, on what formerly was Twitter. Now it's really X. So please do that. And we keep it simple, man. Just like, and subscribe. And that's all you need to do. And especially if you're on YouTube, please do so. We'd love to have you. Now, the other thing, too, is we'd like for you to be involved. People always ask me, hey, Minister, how can we be involved? Well, it's real simple. We got wonderful sponsorship programs available where you can help us support high school football. We always give back a portion of our advertising proceeds back to the various schools. We have packages, I shouldn't necessarily packages, but we have opportunities available for as little as $25 a month. That's right. They start very small because we know a lot of people are small business people. We know some people just say, hey, brother, we just want to support you. So good news. Just you can start you at $25 per month if you want to go ahead and sponsor. So Bernard Benjamin is asking us what will be our regular schedule. We're going back to Tuesday nights, Bernard, because we were off the air for a while. We do obviously a Saturday sports update, but everybody really seems to enjoy having us on Tuesday night. A lot of times the teams, as you know, for you watching us and for other people watching us, we have the young people come on right after practice. And so it's very easy if they can do it on a Tuesday night, for whatever reason, that seems to be a good night for them. The other thing too is the preacher part of me says, hey, it can't do Wednesday. A lot of people want me to do Wednesday, but that's out because Wednesday is traditionally Bible study night. So yeah, that takes precedence over anything. So at the end of the day, again, Tuesday night will be on. And then, of course, on Fridays, we're looking to do live stream broadcasts. Again, we're going to go back to the future. What we used to do, and we're going back to this again, we used to do a game of the week. Again, our focus primarily is going to be on Clayton County, Henry County, and some of DeKalb County. But we are going to really make sure to try to give you the best possible game of the week. Obviously, we want to support your school, even for the small, but we want to make sure that when people tune in, they're getting a compelling game. Sometimes games can get a little sideways, get a little lopsided. So we want to again try to feature games that, at least on paper, look like it's going to be a game that's going to be exciting, and a contest that is going to be well contested, throughout the entire game. So we're going to do everything we can to try to do that. So again, high school football game of the week, usually on Friday nights. We may be giving you some Saturday or Thursday broadcasts, again, if there's a compelling game of the week. As I think I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, that the Inner City Classic is being played here in Atlanta, South Atlanta, right here down the road from us at the brand new Morrow High School. They call it the Steel Road Stadium, state of the art. It's only about 2 years old, maybe 3 possibly at this point, but it's a tremendous facility. They spent, I think, somewhere around $20 million building this new school. It might be a little bit more. Brand new track and field, football stadium, really sharp. And like I said, again, they have the Inner City Classic there. And it's going to be featuring some of the top teams in Metro Atlanta, including Langston Hughes, the team that has been a state finalist, a state champion. Douglas County, another team that has been a state finalist, state semifinalist, and Westlake, a team that has been a perennial outstanding football team, has won multiple state championships over the last 30 years. So yeah, man, we're going to give you some of that, but most of our live streaming will be on Friday nights, Friday Night Lights, game of the week. And our title sponsor, you'll see right there on the screen, is Allen Vigil Ford and Lincoln. But like I said, there's plenty of room for more sponsors, and you can just even partner with us any way you see for as little as $25. And you can't get too much less than that. And of course, we have everything up to title sponsors with more money than that. But at the end of the day, you can start off at 25. We have small business packages that start at around, I think, right around $99 a month. So if you want to support high school football and support the youth, please hit me up. I'll put my overlay here on the screen so you can see it. There's my email and a direct line to text me. Email is jsimmons@realtalksports.net, and that's JSIMMONS at realtalksports.net. Or you can simply text me 678-410-9833. I'll be more than happy to get back with you with some of the great practices that we have available for being a part of our high school football coverage. And we would love to have you a part of it. All right, so we're going to get you just a little bit more here before we go to break from the great event. Like I said, again, this was the kickoff dinner for
we got a long coaching staff
dinner for the I got to bring you lock here for the FCZs for their return. I can spit it out. Their return to Gridiron Classic. Like I said, again, they will be they will be full throttle. They will be talking to us about all the great things that are going on, but more importantly, they'll be sharing the gospel. And as a minister, it's very, very important for me to be a part of something that's going to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ. Because don't get me wrong, I enjoy the media, enjoy being part of the media, enjoy sports coverage. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is that a man's soul will be saved, because you have to leave here. This is not a permanent situation. So anyway, like I said, again, great news. The FCA is bringing that back. For a lot of people don't know, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, which is what FCA stands for, they are in the schools. They're very blessed to have a footprint in most of the schools around Metro Atlanta. They are able to get in and have what they call huddles, where coaches can have prayer meetings and Bible studies without the restriction of maybe, the classic separation of church and state. It's not endorsed by the schools in any way. They just give them permission to be able to do that. So again, very, very thankful to be a part of the FCA and what they're doing here in South Metro Atlanta. So again, stay tuned. Now, if you want to keep up with high school football, again, right on our website, go to realtalksports.net. We have a tab for high school football, and literally we have a scoreboard there that tells you what the scores of the games for Clayton County, for DeKalb County, for South Fulton, and for DeKalb. Take them all, and Henry. So we got South Fulton, we got Henry, we got DeKalb, and we got Clayton County. You can just scroll on there, and they have the scores of the games. Now, right now, it's only showing the upcoming games. So it's telling you what's going to be available in the upcoming weeks. But the bottom line is you can go there. Also, you can watch our games there. We live stream and put that right on the website, so you can watch the games there as well. So again, just go to realtalksports.net. Check us out. Check out some of the things we're doing. And we'd love to have you be a part of it if you can. Now, you also can follow us anywhere on social media at Real Talk Sports, the number 7. You can follow me personally at Minister J Sim, and that's actually Minister JSIMM. It's just the initial J, not J spelled out. So again, check us out right there. We'd love to have you, be a part of it. We'd love to have you follow us on social media. And again, as I always say, like and subscribe, please. We need it. Because that's how our advertisers know that we are reaching you. Is as you like and subscribe, and go say, okay, he has so many subscribers here, he's getting so many views. We'd love to be a part of it. And then the other thing too is we have people that, just like Mr. Vigil, he sponsors us because he is committed to being a part of the community. This guy has been involved with this Clayton-Henry County area since he's been a dealer. And right now, this is year number 46, I believe. Yep, year number 46. He started in 1982. And this guy has been committed, year number 44. He has been committed to supporting the community because the community has supported him. The number of people I talk to that say they bought their first car from Allen Vigil Ford, or one of their relatives or friends that bought cars from us. So it's a cool deal. And speaking of from us, you'll see in the next break, you can actually get your vehicle from me, yours truly. That my primary job is a commercial account manager at Allen Vigil Ford in Lincoln. So if you need a car for yourself or for your family, just let me know, and I will be more than happy to take good care of you. I have, so far, thank the Lord, I have a pretty good reputation of taking care of clients, and we try to give you a more personal touch. We understand that buying a car is the second biggest purchase for most people behind their home. So we want to take good care of you. Great price at Allen Vigil, great service. As a matter of fact, we even have mobile service now available through Ford and Lincoln. And last but not least, when you come in to visit, we even have a diner, like a full-blown diner, like with real cooks, real food. So yeah, check us out, Allen Vigil Ford and Lincoln. And the reason why I'm talking so much about them, 2 reasons. Number one, they are a title sponsor for high school football. And number 2, they're my full-time employer. So we want to give a big shout out to them anytime we get on the air. All right, guys, we're getting ready to have our good buddy Rod McKenzie come on the 7:30 hour. So we're going to take another break. You're watching the Real Talk Sports Show as we broadcast you live from just outside of Atlanta, Georgia, in our own studio situation. All right, we'll be back with more of Real Talk Sports Show in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Thank you.
This is OJ Howard with Real Talk Sports.
What's up, guys? This is Tim Tebow. You're listening to Real Talk Sports.
This is Charles Woodson. Let me grab the mic. You ready? This is Charles Woodson with Real Talk Sports. Hey, it's your boy JB Smooth with Real Talk Sports.
Coming up next, it's the Real Talk Sports Show, bringing you great sports talk with perspective. Now, here's our host, Jonathan Simmons.
We're back here, guys. Real Talk Sports Show. It's yours truly here behind the mic, Jonathan Simmons. Again, we appreciate those of you who are tuning in to join us here. We're looking for our good buddy, Mr. Rod McKenzie, to pop in. We can see him in the green room. Hopefully, be able to join us here in just a second and pop on with us and talk a little Georgia Tech football. You know, Georgia Tech really, over the last few years, has really put their footprint here on college football. This is a team that, again, led by their head coach, Brent Key, has really kind of got Georgia Tech back to where they used to be. A lot of people don't realize that, you know, many years ago, Georgia Tech was an outstanding football team. As a matter of fact, until Georgia ran off their two back-to-back national titles a few years ago, Georgia Tech was actually the last team to win a national title. They won it in the 1990 season. But, of course, the Bulldogs of Georgia have now surpassed them, winning back-to-back titles, and they are a perennial threat to win the national title. But like I said, Georgia Tech doing some big stuff over the last couple of years with Mr. Brent Key. And as a matter of fact, we're going to take a look at, you know, how they've done the last couple of years here. Let's see if I can get some stuff to talk about what they have been doing. Let's go to last year. Like I said, again, they were an outstanding team. They ended up just a whisper, really one loss away from representing the ACC as part of the ACC championship. And of course, I think they would have had the ability to win that game. And had they won it, they would have been able to compete in the college football playoffs. Last year, like I said, again, Jackets had a good year overall. They lost some critical games that they probably shouldn't have lost. They kept them out of the ACC championship game. But overall, they were in the cluster of the top 6 teams in the ACC. Overall record for Georgia Tech, 9-4. They were technically in a tie for second place. Virginia ranked number 1 overall, 7-1, 11-3 with the overall record. Like I said, the Jackets, a very respectable 9-4 record, 5-1 at home. That's why I say if you get a chance to see a Georgia Tech game, it is must-see TV, and it's just a lot of fun. Let's look at the record back in 2024. This was when Brent Key was kind of coming on the come up, got them to a bowl. Once again, at home, Georgia Tech is nothing nice. They were undefeated at home in 2024 as they went to 7-6. Unfortunately, they kind of limped home last or lost 2 games of that season. But like I said, again, the last couple of years under Brent Key, they've done just a phenomenal job. And speaking of that, we saw a little glimpse of Georgia Tech expertise and their skill set as their quarterback from the last couple of years. It was been drafted by the Carolina Panthers, and we saw him kind of ball out and get the game-winning touchdown against their opponent in that game. I think it was the Cardinals. So like I said, man, Georgia Tech, I give them credit, man. They really have done some great things under the tutelage of Coach Brent Key. And like I said, we look for him to do more stuff. And that was Haynes King, quarterback for Georgia Tech last year. And he did pretty much everything. He ran the ball, passed the ball, just an outstanding player for the Jackets. He's gone on now, but I think, again, Georgia Tech will be able to compete and do very well under Coach Brent Key. So, again, we appreciate everything that's going on there at that university. And hopefully, again, we will have Rod McKenzie come on and join us here. I'm going to go ahead and holler at him real quick again and say, Rod, come on, brother. We need you, man. Come on. And so hopefully Rod will be joining us in just a little bit. Yeah, that's one thing I'll tell you something about live, guys. Every now and then, things get a little squonky. So you have to kind of just roll with the punches and hope for the best when you're doing this. And like I said, again, we thank God for all those of you who tuned in to join us here on this broadcast tonight, and looking forward to the stuff that we're going to be doing in terms of high school football during this season. All right, so Rod said he's backstage. I think he's on the air here. I think I see him here somewhere. I'm going to add him here. I don't see his face yet, but I'm going to add him to the stage, and hopefully he'll pop on in once I get him onto the stage. Rod, you're going to have to unmute and put your camera on, brother, because right now we can't see your smiling face. So hopefully we'll be able to unmute in just a second and pop on in and join us, brother. Okay, while waiting for Rod to get himself straight, I'm going to give you a little flash and dash of what it's like when you go to a Georgia Tech game. Here's how it was last year when the Jackets were on the roll. Here it was. Jackets, man, like I said again, it was must see TV. Again, they went out there to Colorado early in the season, knocked off the Buffaloes, led by Coach Primetime, and that really kind of got them on a good roll. And they were just rolling until they lost a couple of bad games late in the season, games where their defense just could not hang in there. It really was. It really was sad to see it because, like I said, this team was really on an outstanding roll, but they just could not seem to. Like I said again, get their defense in order in those last couple of games. Lost a couple of bad games down the stretch, which in fact knocked them out of the ability to get into the postseason playoffs. But like I said again, kudos to Brent Key. They won 9 games. They were 5-1 at home. It's just like I said again, they just kind of faded down the stretch. And here were the games that really hurt them. They had opportunities against both NC State and against Pitt, and everything just kind of went to the left. The NC State game, they let their running back rush for over 200 yards. That was really a critical game because they had just come off a situation where literally Tech had won. They were undefeated going into that game. They were undefeated, and everything looked like it was ahead of them. Bad loss to them. And then the nail in the coffin was another bad loss at home. Matter of fact, the only loss at home where they lost to Pittsburgh, and that pretty much knocked them out of any opportunity for postseason play. Now, to their credit, they battled the Georgia Bulldogs right down to the wire like they did the year before, but they ended up losing that game 16-9. It really was a testament to them that they were able to hang in there. And then, unfortunately, after having the lead again, lost to BYU in the bowl game that they played. So, unfortunately, the season ended with them losing 4 of their last 5 games, if you include the bowl game. So a team went from being 8-0 to really kind of limping through the end of the season. But once again, we're going to try to get Rod to pop in here. I've texted him, and his camera, for some reason, has not started here. So hopefully he can hear us, and he'll be able to you'll get on the broadcast in just a second. I'm texting him right now as we speak. Like I said, again, when you're live, sometimes things get a little dicey. But that's what it's about. We have to go with it. I was telling somebody today, the one thing about live is that there's no respecter of persons. I've watched broadcasts from ESPN, from CBS Sports. Every now and then, man, live just gets things happen. Sometimes your Wi-Fi is not the best. Sometimes, like we have now, we have a problem getting our guests into the program. But that be the way it is. But like I said, it's in show business. The show must go on. So the show's going to go on, and we're going to continue to broadcast here to you. And I'll let you guys take a look at something here. Clayton County, I got to give them big credit. They've really been on the come up as far as using SPLOST money and taxpayer money to do exactly what it's supposed to do, which is to upgrade their facilities. I want you guys to take a quick peek. This is the brand new field house from Clayton County's Tower Stadium, a legendary stadium. People have played at Tower Stadium for years. They have a brand new field house, brand new locker room. I'll let you guys take a look at that, and then hopefully we'll be able to get Rod onto the screen to join us. Here it is. Here's a look at the brand new field house and locker room at Tower Stadium. Let's take a look at this.
Hey guys, Jonathan Simmons here from Real Talk Sports, and we're in an impressive new facility here in Clayton County. This is the combination field house and locker room at Hines Ward Field at historic Tower Stadium here in Jonesboro. This is where many of the high school teams play their home games. We were here for the fall media days for the county athletic department. Outstanding things going on here in Clayton County, and we look forward to bringing it to you at Real Talk Sports, WIGO AM 1570, right here in Clayton County, sponsored, of course, by Allen Vigil Ford Lincoln.
You guys can see outstanding facility. Let me go back to it one more time. There it is. There's a peek of the brand new track. You can see it there. Brand new football field, and there's me signing off. Amen. So, Rod, we still can't see you, brother. I'm gonna pop you onto the stage, but we can't see you. That should be Rod right there, guys. But we can't see or hear Rod right now. We're not sure what's happening with his setup. But right now, we just have the pretend Rod avatar. Hopefully we'll be able to get him back on to the broadcast at some point in time. I'm not sure what is going on with the technology over there, but yep. And I'm just gonna let him know via text. We still can't see you, Rod. Still can't see you. He said live is a bear sometimes, but that's okay. We appreciate again all those of you, like I said, that tune in to the broadcast. Appreciate those of you who bear with us here as we have some little technical difficulties popping on here. Like I said, hopefully and prayerfully we'll be able to get him back on. He's rebooting his system again, and hopefully be able to join us in just a minute. Okay, while we're waiting for Rod, let's just take a look and see if they have the college football rankings. They're much too early rankings for 2026, and maybe you guys can give me your opinion about that. Let's take a look here at the top 25 as it is early in the day. This is the preseason AP top 25 rankings. And this is how it sets out right now. This is the rankings. I'm going to try to screen share this as well so you guys can take a look at this. And this is what we got. Rod is still trying to get in. I still can't see him. All right, let's go in here and just take a peek here at this. Let you guys take a look. And this is it. This is the college football top 25 rankings. At number 1, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Let's take a look at them. They're ranked number 1. Number 2, the Oregon Ducks. Now, we might be taking a little peek at the Oregon Ducks this year because one of our good friends, Mr. Corey Way, his son is going to be out there with the Ducks this year. I think that's the team that he has selected. So we're going to hopefully get a shot to be able to, see him and see what he's doing. All right, let's see if I can get a bigger shot of this here for Oregon State. And this one looks, excuse me, my bad. Ohio State, number 1. Oregon, number 2. Georgia, number 3. Notre Dame, number 4. Actually got 6 votes for number 1. Texas, number 5. Indiana, defending national champions, ranked at number 6. Miami of Florida, the defending finalist from the college football championships last year. They are ranked at number, let's see if I got it right here. They're ranked at number 7. Texas A&M, who was making a lot of noise last year, ranked at number 8. Ole Miss, even though they lost their head coach, they're ranked at number 9. Oklahoma rounds at the top 10 at number 10. LSU, with a former coach from Ole Miss now is Lane Kiffin. Texas Tech, 12. Alabama, 13. They kind of putzed around there for a while before they were led into the playoffs. BYU and Southern Cal tied for 14. Michigan, coming off a big scandal, they're all the way down at 16. The Washington Huskies, 17. Penn State, number 18. SMU, 19. Tennessee, 20. The Utah Utes at 21. The Iowa Hawkeyes, who played very well last year, they're ranked at number 22. Houston Cougars, they were rolling last year as well. They're ranked at number 23. The Louisville Cardinals at 24. And Missouri, the Tigers, ranked at number 25. That's your top 25 ranking as it stands right now. Now, again, this is just the preseason, so we don't know what's going to happen in postseason play. But that is, in fact, the way it looks right now in the top 25 of the rankings. Like I said, at number 1 is the Ohio State Buckeyes, a team who won the national title just a couple of years ago. You'll see it there. Like I said, the Oregon Ducks, team that got to the playoffs last year, they actually got 14 first-place votes. The Georgia Bulldogs, a team that is always knocking at the door. If they had a little bit more offense, they could have won last year. Notre Dame, like I said, again, getting a lot of love. Coach Freeman and his crew over there under the Golden Dome. And Texas, again, rounds up the top 5. So we're going to see what's going to happen here in college football this year. Should be an outstanding year for college football. A lot of people should be in the mix, for being able to grab the crown. There's been a lot of talk about them going to 24 teams. I think that would be a fiasco and a disaster. I think really the maximum number of teams that you want to have, I really think 12 is too many. I think 8 really is the magic number, because what that does is, one of the things that's been compelling about college football over the years is that the regular season always has meant a lot. So a lot of these big games where you had what used to be cross-sectional, it's not so much cross-sectional anymore. Now it's a situation where everybody is kind of making these ginormous conferences. I mean, the stupidity of having 4 Pac-12 teams in the Big Ten is just beyond, to me, it's beyond stupidity. It just shows you the greed of where we are today. All right, guys, we're going to take another quick break, and then we're going to wrap it up here. You're watching the Real Talk Sports Show on RealTalkSports.net. Of course, you're also watching it on Real Talk Sports 7 on all social media, and of course on WIGO AM 1570 and on the WIGO Facebook page. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Looking for a vehicle? Come to Allen Vigil Ford Lincoln in Morrow, Georgia. We're a family-owned dealership that's been serving the Atlanta area for over 40 years, offering an unbeatable selection of new Fords, Lincolns, and pre-owned vehicles. Enjoy our exceptional customer service and great financing options tailored just for you. Visit us at 6790 Mount Zion Boulevard in Morrow, Georgia, located just 20 minutes from downtown Atlanta. Call us at 678-364-3979 or visit online at allenvigilford.net.
Hey, sports fans, tune in for live high school football Fridays, 7:30 p.m. on RealTalkSports.net. Check out your favorite Metro Atlanta teams as they do battle on the gridiron. It's your high school game of the week, live streaming free Friday nights on RealTalkSports.net. For more sports coverage and great sports talk, catch the Real Talk Sports Show Tuesdays, 8 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Twitch. Brought to you by Allen Vigil Ford in Morrow, a business giving back to their community. Give them a call at 678-364-3979 or check them out online at allenvigilford.net.
Francisco, congratulations on getting a new truck from us here at Allen Vigil Ford. How did you like the experience this time?
Thank you, Nathan. All good. All perfect. Thank you.
Congratulations, Amici, on your new F-250 that you got from us. How was the experience here at Allen Vigil Ford?
Thank you so much, Jonathan, man. I appreciate everything you did for me, man. This is awesome right here. And you did,
But you see it, guys, like you said, we've had outstanding customer service. There were some of my current and former clients that bought vehicles from us in the last couple of years. And you can be a part of that same thing. Remember, that's at Allen Vigil Ford in Lincoln, located at 6790 Mount Zion Boulevard in the city of Morrow, Georgia, just 20 minutes from downtown Atlanta. And again, big shout out to Allen Vigil Ford and Mr. Vigil, because they are, once again, our title sponsors for a high school football game of the week. So we appreciate him and all he does for not just me, but the rest of the community. Remember, if this is your first time out, you know what to do. Like and subscribe, boys and girls. Please like and subscribe. Really quick, we normally have D. Orlando Ledbetter talking to us about the Falcons this time of evening, but D. Led is in fact en route to Indianapolis, where the Falcons are having a joint practice with the Colts, and so he will be out there covering that. So we will not have him on this week. I'm just gonna say real quickly about the Falcons. You know, this tells you the state of your team when most of the people are talking about your third string quarterback. And of course, I'm talking about Jack Strand, the big gunslinger out of Division II, played at, I think it was Minnesota Moorhead State. I mean, the guy looks the part. There's no question about it. Jack Strand looks like an NFL quarterback. The guy's big, about 6'4", 6'5", every bit of about 230, 240 pounds. He's somewhat mobile, can move around a little bit, and he's got a cannon for an arm, an absolute cannon. So it's just amazing how many people, talk about him. Well, there is some breaking news. Let me get you the breaking news of the latest and greatest here from the Falcons. Of course, for those of you who are big Falcons fans, you know that the Falcons have a little bit of a problem with injuries. And, of course, the biggest problem is their best pass rusher is not going to be able to join them this year, because he is going to be suspended. I shouldn't say this year. He's going to be suspended for the first 8 games. I'm talking about James Pierce Jr., a guy who was absolute, came out of the box like explosion, was just awesome in the second half of the season. Like I say again, ended up with 10 sacks, which was a rookie record for Falcons. But at the end of the day, he will not be here. Now, what they've done is again, it's breaking news. Falcons have just signed a little while ago veteran defensive end Zadarius Smith from the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to read the headlines here from ESPN. The Atlanta Falcons are bringing in some help from their depleted pass rush, signing veteran Zadarius Smith to a 1-year contract. Smith, a 33-year-old edge rusher who played last season with the Philadelphia Eagles, will make approximately $6 million, a source told NFL Network's Ian Rappaport. Smith played under Falcons coach Kevin Stefanski while with the Browns in 23 and 24. As I mentioned, the Falcons have been suffering from injuries throughout this preseason. And of course, James Pierce Jr. we suspended after 8 games. And here's the other problem. You never know. A guy misses half the season. He really can't do much in terms of practice, getting his reps in. So who knows how effective he'll be after that loss. And the other problem is their other outstanding rookie who had 5.5 sacks and also was a huge presence off the edge, Jalen Walker, towards ACL in practice a couple of weeks ago. And he's out for the entire season. So basically, you have a situation where your two best pass rushers are out. Now, by bringing in Ladarius Smith, I don't even know what to say, guys. I mean, the Falcons over the last couple of years, I guess because they have cap space problems, I don't know if maybe they just don't want to spend the money, but they continue to bring in guys that were former All-Pros, former standout at their position, and I just don't know how much gas they have in the tank. So I'm going to continue to read this article here from ESPN before we sign off the air. It said that Smith had just 1.5 sacks in 5 games last season, but he has had 70.5 sacks in his career. He's had 3 seasons in double-digit sacks. In 2024, he had a total of 9 sacks, which of course was, a couple of years ago in stints with the Browns and Lions. However, the All-Pro selection that he had was when he had 13.5 sacks with the Packers back in 2019. Boys and girls, that was 7 years ago. Okay. So the guy only had 1.5 sacks last year. So I'm not sure what they're expecting from him. They also signed 3 more veteran edge rushers. Again, I'm reading this article from ESPN. Mr. Mark Raimondi wrote this article, great article. He said, hey, he's going to join a group of veteran edge rushers, Samson Ebukam, Aziz Alojari, and Cameron Thomas. But all these guys are the same thing. They're all like basically signed 1-year deals. Nobody knows, can they get back to kind of where they were? Just not sure. The only guy left on this line that is a, air quotes, kind of a known commodity and is coming off last year, an outstanding season. That's Brandon Dorlus, who was an outstanding guy, kind of reminds you or giving you the kind of pop that you got when you had Grady Jarrett here from the inside. He had 8.5 sacks in interior lineman, but now they kind of moved him more to end. So I hope that they don't kind of disrupt what he was able to do, being that kind of quick slasher in the middle of that Falcons defensive line. So, Falcons really are dealing with injuries, and that's not even including the fact that your quarterback you drafted 8 overall is coming back from major knee or injuries, and you have your alleged starter, Tua Tagovailoa, as a guy who's had a history of injury, and including concussion problems, and really is not the best thrower of the deep ball, and looked very pedestrian in the Falcons' first preseason game. So Falcons got a lot on their plate. I don't know if they're going to be able to do what we thought they were going to do this year. You have to have a lot of moving parts all hit. Again, the big excitement is we got a guy who's a third-team quarterback, potentially, Jack Strand, that looks like he could be a serviceable NFL quarterback. Now, whether Jack Strand becomes a Cinderella story this year, I don't know. We do know, guys, that there have been instances where legendary quarterbacks have come out of nowhere. Tom Brady, drafted 199 overall. We look at the quarterback from the Rams, and my mind's drawing a blank here. They just did a movie about him. I can't think of the guy's name. This would happen. I shouldn't say I get old. I got too many things processing. But anyway, we've had it before, but it's very, very rare that an undrafted player pops out and becomes a serviceable starter or a key player. It's just kind of rare. San Francisco had the same thing happen to them a couple of years ago with their quarterback. The guy basically was I think it was the last available pick. He might have been Mr. Relevant, and he turned out to be a very serviceable player. Now, I'm talking about Brock Purdy, a gunslinger. But again, this doesn't happen all the time. Could the Falcons catch lightning in a bottle with Jack Strand? Possibly. And certainly, like I said, of all the quarterbacks they have on the roster, physically, he fits the mold of NFL quarterback. He's a big guy. He can run the football. He's got a cannon for an arm. It's just a matter of coming from Division II, where he was Player of the Year, best quarterback by far in that division. Turned that NIL offer to go to a D1 school because he wanted to stay with his team. So he has the potential with grooming and proper training to be a guy at least from skill set wise, that if he can grasp an NFL game, could be the surprise of surprise. We'll have to stay tuned for more of that. Well, guys, time to wrap this up here. Appreciate all those of you who joined us here on the broadcast this evening. Thank you so much for those of you who are watching us on YouTube. Again, if you are watching on YouTube and you have not done it before, I'm going to remind you, like us and subscribe. We appreciate so much for doing that. Well, one thing I'm going to do before I go is I do it each and every broadcast. It's a little different for a sports show, and it's because of the fact that I'm a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And for me, as much as I enjoy this, as much as I enjoy supporting young athletes in high school football, the most compelling thing and the most important thing for me to remind you of and to really encourage you to do is to get your soul right, is to make sure that when it comes time for you to depart this place, you're going to that wonderful, beautiful place called heaven and not that bad place called hell. Now, I know people are like, whoa, what are you talking about? Well, it's true. There are some people who don't go to hell. Okay. And that's not a place you want to go. So you say, how can I do this? How can I be on this heaven express, so to speak? Well, it's real easy. First of all, you have to repent of your sins before you get sideways. I'm not a bad guy or this and that. Doesn't make a difference. Heaven is a place of perfection, and none of us are perfect, and therefore you can't get in unless you repent of your sins, because all of us have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. If you look in the Bible, Jesus said, even if you're looking after a woman to lust after her, even if you haven't done anything, it's like you've done the deed. Cussing, swearing, evil thoughts against people, all these things are sins that will block us from coming out of heaven. I think all of us have had experience with that, haven't we? Okay, so here's what you do. Repent of your sins, believe that Jesus Christ came here, both man and God, and then he did something beyond the pale. He let himself be killed. He died on the cross as a one-time sacrifice for the sins of everybody. But more importantly, he rose from the dead. And when he did, he now can offer you and I, which I've accepted, two great, wonderful things. Number one, when you believe in him, you become a citizen of the kingdom of heaven. Number two, an adopted child of God with all the rights therein. That means you now can go to God like a heavenly parent, asking for anything that you need or desire, and according to his will, he's going to give it to you. So he's not going to let you just, you can't just ask God for $1 million and blah. I don't care how much you want it. Okay, that's not how it works. And then the second thing is when you die, because we all have to do that, sadly, or in some cases, it's okay. You go to that wonderful, beautiful, spectacular place called heaven. That's right. There is a real heaven, just like there's a real hell. In heaven, it's great because guess what? There's no pandemic, no illnesses, no sicknesses, no bad politicians, no bad people anywhere. You never get old. You never cry. You never die. And you now are face to face with the creator of the universe, the one who loves. Matter of fact, God is love. And Jesus Christ, who died for you, and all the people of love. Some of them, your relatives. Most beautiful place ever created. Every building adorned with the most spectacular jewels God ever made. Streets paved with a gold that's so pure it's translucent. Matter of fact, it doesn't even get night there because there's no need for the sun or the moon because the glory of God illuminates. So like we're awake all the time. And we're able to enjoy it forever and ever and ever and ever. We never get tired or anything like that. We have these new supernatural bodies. It's beyond description. And you avoid that nasty place called hell. All the things I just mentioned to you, all the beauty, the splendor, the glory of God is all gone, wiped out. Instead, you're locked up in the most horrific, horrible place. I don't even think we can describe it. It's dark, it's fiery, it's painful. You're locked up with the devil, all his demonic hosts, all the most evil people ever to live on the earth. And most of all, you cut off from God and all the people of love forever and a day. I don't know about you, but I think option number one instead of option number two. All right, everybody, until next time we get back together again, I say as I do each week, God bless you and have a wonderful rest of the day or evening, whichever may apply. So long. Take care.